So you think you have leaky gut, but it could be two different reasons. Leaky gut symptoms could be the same as histamine symptoms or dehydration symptoms. And I say that because I've gone through it. I mean, I was on the carnivore diet for a year and a half. And yes, I had leaky gut symptoms. I had leaky gut, but I also had histamine issues and I also had dehydration issues. And all of them are very similar. The symptoms are very similar to each other. So I'm making this video for anyone who is confused about whether or not they have leaky gut, and if they don't, what do they have? So leaky gut issues, how do they show up on your body? You can either have a foggy brain, you feel tired, you don't feel well throughout the day, you have bad memory, you have a bloated stomach, you don't sleep well at night. Okay, those are the symptoms of leaky gut, especially when you eat food and you feel full bloated after hours after eating your food and it was a small amount of food, you probably have leaky gut. Okay. And if you get sick, if you get easily sick every like 2, 3 months because of whatever reason, it could be because your family members nearby, doesn't matter. Like if you get easily sick, like you get a cold, you probably have leaky gut because leaky gut has to do also with your weak immune system. Okay. And so with that being said, guys, those symptoms are very similar to histamine issues. And what is histamine? It's basically an overproduction of histamine in your body, and also consuming too much histamine in your foods can have a buildup of histamine in your body when you don't have enough of an enzyme. It's called DAO enzyme in your gut, enough to break it down. If you don't have enough of that enzyme to break it down, you're going to feel lethargic, tired, you might have a headache, you might feel like you didn't sleep well last night, even though you didn't wake up at night, but you don't feel refreshed and awake. You have a bloated stomach. So it's very similar to gut issues because it does stem from your gut, but it's not specifically from your leaky gut. It's just that when you do have gut issues, there's not enough enzymes. DAO enzyme resides in your gut, and when your gut lining is broken down, there's not enough of production of DAO enzyme. It's not there as much anymore. And so you need to make up for that by taking a pill form of enzyme, of DAO enzyme, or you could eat just like fresh meat from the farm and not have too much of a buildup of histamine. But I wanted to make this video to show that histamine issues, symptoms are very similar to leaky gut symptoms because it does stem from leaky gut. Because if you do have a healthy gut, you'll have enough of that DAO enzyme to break down the histamine. But I also don't want you to feel discouraged when you're on, let's just say, the carnivore diet to heal your gut, and you feel like you still have symptoms of like a runny nose, sneezing, tiredness, a bloated stomach, having a foggy brain, and you think, whatever you're doing is not healing your gut. It could also be because it's also histamine issues. And also it could be the fact that you're dehydrated. What does dehydration look like? I mean, when you're not drinking enough water as well as salt, having enough salt in your diet and electrolytes in your water, you can feel easily tired, lethargic. Feel like you have a foggy brain, you can't remember as easily. You feel like you didn't sleep well at night, you feel cranky, you feel moody. It's very similar to gut issues, right? It's very similar to the gut symptoms, to the histamine symptoms, right? So keep that in mind, guys, that dehydration is separate. The symptoms of dehydration, even though that's a separate origin of pain from gut issues, from your leaky gut, it's still very similar, okay? Obviously, when you're dehydrated, make sure to drink electrolytes, have enough salt in your diet, and have enough salt in your diet so that you don't feel dehydrated, so that the water in your body is retained because of salt, right? So keep that in mind, guys, when you are doing the carnivore diet and you're going through the process of healing your gut because you have leaky gut and that's why you're doing the carnivore diet. Keep in mind that the symptoms of dehydration is similar to the symptoms of leaky gut, and the symptoms of histamine issues is a similar symptoms of leaky gut because it's tied to leaky gut. It's connected to it because that's why you have histamine issues, right? Your gut has problems, you probably are more prone to have histamine issues. But they're all separate and connected at the same time. But I don't want you to feel discouraged to think that the carnivore diet is not helping you. It just means that there are things that you still need in your diet to avoid the dehydration and the histamine issues. And when your leaky gut is fully healed, you won't have the histamine issues, okay? But I just want you to recognize the symptoms of each of those issues in your body so that you don't feel discouraged when you're doing the carnivore diet, and can counteract that by taking the salt, the electrolytes, the DAO enzyme in your diet so that you can just fully heal your leaky gut and do well and be happy and not be in so much pain and confusion when you're doing the carnivore diet. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you have an amazing day. And if you want further help to heal your leaky gut, I specifically created a free video guide just for you about the 7 mistakes that you are committing to not heal your gut. I place it down below in the description box. I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.